Strings.
Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Keith here again, and in this video we're going to look at Python strings, and we'll be using NVDA screen reader, and we'll be looking at it inside of Visual Studio Code, and we will be running our code inside of Git Bash, which is a Linux-based terminal. So the first thing we want to do to get started is I've got a Python file open here,
Create a string using,
and it's just full of comments. I'll make sure to provide this in the description, but it's just full of comments, and I'm going to uncomment some of the code that I wrote to show you each example as we go through. So I'm just going to show you some basic, just beginner things about strings, and then I'll provide a couple references, their links, and I'll put those in the description below as well. They'll be right here in the code too. So the first thing, just to get started with strings, is a string can be declared with
create a string using either single quotes or double quotes.
And you hear that, either single quotes or double quotes. So the idea is you choose one and then just make sure you stay consistent with it. So I like to use double quotes. So if I move on down,
Number name equals quote Keith quote.
So we have a variable here. I'm going to uncomment
Number and number,
and I just commented it out with the hashtag or the number sign, whatever you want to call it, but it goes in front, so I'm going to take it out, read that line.
Blank. Number create a string using either name equals quote Keith quote.
So name equals quote Keith quote. Alright, so it always, we have two quotes, and then just in the middle, inside of those quotes, is where our string will go. And then if I move down,
Number other name equals tick John tick.
Alright, so I want to show you here that you can also do single quotes, and it's basically the same thing.
Number,
or it is the same thing. So let me
number,
uncomment this.
blank. Number print left paren, name right paren.
Alright, so now we're going to use the print function, and we're going to print name.
Number print left paren, other name right paren.
And we're going to print other name.
Number print left paren.
So first, let
number,
me uncomment
number
these.
Number, number.
And I'm going to save. I'm going to jump over here to my terminal.
Python 3, Python, strings dot, Mingo 64, Mingo.
Okay, so I'm going to type Python, and then this is the only file in this folder, so I'm just going to press tab,
Strings.py,
and it just picks it up and press enter.
Keith, John, Keith Blackwelder.
Okay, so you hear even though it's double quotes on Keith and single quotes on John, you hear
Strings.py, strings,
that it
print left paren,
announces both of them.
Other name equals tick John tick.
Okay, so we're going to comment this out.
And number other name number blank print number print number blank number use backslash.
Okay, so we comment those out, and
blank.
The next thing we're going to come to is our escape character. So this is going to give you the ability to use special characters inside of a string. So for example, if you use double quotes, but you're writing a string that has a quote, like some type of quote from an author, or maybe you just want to put emphasis on that, then you can use the escape character to be allowed to use those special characters inside the string. So I'll show you an example.
Number use backslash to escape special chars. Number backslash quote escapes double quotes.
So you hear the comments, backslash quote escapes the double quotes.
Number message equals quote let us say backslash.
Alright, so here's our message. I'm going to uncomment this and then read
message
it.
Equals quote let us say backslash quote hello world backslash quote bang.
So it's basically let us say quote hello world quote. Okay, so we put those special characters in there, the backslash, the escape character, backslash, and then the quote, in order to escape that. So let me let that read.
Number print left paren, message right paren.
So we have a print function. We're going to let it print.
Number.
So we'll just take that comment out, and I'm going to save.
Mingo $6.
And we're going to run it.
Let us say quote hello world quote bang.
Alright, and you hear there it's let us say, and then quote hello world quote, and then exclamation mark. Okay, so let's come back over here, and we're going to comment this out, move to the next
message equals quote let us say backslash quote hello world back.
So we'll
number,
comment
left paren,
that out.
Number blank. Number backslash n creates a new line quote.
So another example is backslash n. So and that's n is in November. What this is going to do is create a new line. So there's going to be times where maybe a certain string going into a specific place can only contain, say, 32 characters. So you're going to want to make sure that you put it on a new line in order to get everything out that you want to say. So what you can do is
number create new line equals quote my name
is we have some variables. I'm going to uncomment.
C number backslash n creates a new line quote. Create new line equals quote my name is Keith backslash nand I am creating backslash multiple lines dot quote.
Alright, so I have a variable here, and it just
my
name is Keith.
I'm creating multiple lines dot,
and I'm creating multiple lines, and then
create new line equals quote my name is Keith backslash nand I am creating backslash multiple lines dot.
And then you hear it reading it funny, but that's because it's
lines dot, print left paren.
It's my name is Keith.
Print left, create new line right paren. Create new line.
Let me get back to it.
Create C my.
So my name is Keith. So if I go character by character here,
H space.
It's KEITH space
backslash
N, and then I start the next word without spacing it, and that's because if I do that, it's going to create a space in front of the and on the new line, and behind the and on the line before it. So we don't want that. But you type backslash N as in November, and then type your sentence, and that whatever's in front of that will be on a new line. So I create 3 lines here.
Number print left paren.
So we will uncomment the print function to print this out.
Print left paren. Create new line right paren.
So print create new line. Okay, so I'm gonna come over and run this.
Bingo $60.
And listen whenever it reads it. You'll be able to hear the pause to get that identification from JAWS that it's being placed on a new line.
$Python strings.py. Let us say quote hello world quote bang. Keith Blackwelder at Windows Mingo 64 /OneDrive/.
Oh, okay. Hang on one second. I gotta save that.
Mingo 6.
And then come back over and rerun it.
My name is Keith, and I am creating multiple lines dot. Keith Blackwelder.
Okay, so you hear the headset. My name is Keith, and I am creating multiple lines. So and if I read up through my review.
Top. Blank. Move to
focus.
Keith Black 100. No intent multiple lines dot. And my name is Keith.
So it says my name is Keith.
And I am creating.
And I went down a line. It says and I am creating.
Multiple lines dot.
And then I go down a line and I get the last little section. Okay, so let's go comment that out. Move to the next section.
Create new line. Number backslash n create new line.
So
number
take
number
this.
number print left paren. Number blank.
We're just commenting those back.
Number provide link to
out.
Blank. Number provide link to reference.
Okay, so and also have these references to go see all of the escape characters that you can use.
Number https://www.w3schools.com/
And there you go, it's W3 Schools, W3C. So you can just I'll put that in the description by itself, and then you'll also have it in the code when you copy it.
Blank. Number create name bar.
Okay, so now here's what we're gonna do next is concatenation. So I'm going to show you an older way of doing it, which is more common in other programming languages like JavaScript. And then I'm also going to show you a newer way to do it, which you need to have 3.6 Python or later. So the first way we're going to do this, I've got 3 variables.
Number name, number create name, number name.
So I got name. I'm going to uncomment this.
Number create message1. Number
now
message1 equals
message1.
Number.
And I'm going to uncomment that.
Number create number message2.
And message2. I'm going to uncomment that.
Message2
now let's go back up to name.
Name equals quote Bob quote.
So name equals Bob. You hear quote Bob. Quote is in quotes. So we
number create message1.
Look at our message1.
Message1 equals quote hello there quote.
And it says hello there.
Number message2 equals quote welcome to Python bang.
And message2 is welcome to Python. So what we want to do is I'm going to take these 3 variables and I'm going to put them together inside of a print function and then output a message. So the first way we're going to do it, like I said, is the older way.
Number concatenate also.
So I'm actually just going to
number first use another method. Number print.
I have it already here, but I'm actually going to type it out with you.
Number print left.
So I'm just going to delete that. All right, so here's what we want to do. We want to type print left parenthesis, right parenthesis. So inside of the parentheses, we want to first type message1. So that's
S A G E.
No space. We're going to use a capital O. That's camel case.
F O N E.
So MESS.
Message one of one.
Yep. AGE, and then capital O, and then lowercase NE.
String stop.
All right. So that's going to say hello there. Then we want a space, and then we want to
Space.
the way you're going to put in a space though is to type the plus sign
Plus.
and then quote.
Quote.
This is going to put us into a string, and then we are going to
Space.
just simply type a space, type another quote to end our string, type plus to concatenate that variable into this, which is going to be name.
A-M-E.
So now we've
Name
got
string stop.
message1 plus quote space quote plus name. Okay, so that's going to give us our hello there and then our name. Okay, so we want to put a period after this. So we want to take and get back into our string. So to do that, we just plus quote, and then we can type our period here. Now we can type our space. Now we're going to get out of our string with a quote, and then we're going to type a plus because we want to concatenate the last variable, which is message2. Okay, so because we're bringing in a variable that's already a string and it has the punctuation in like we want it, we do not have to end this with a plus quote. You can just end it with the right parenthesis that's in this for the print function. So let's review this line.
Number, print left paren, message1 plus quote quote plus name plus quote dot. Quote plus message2 right paren.
Okay, so it's print left parenthesis and then the variable name message1. Then we type plus quote to get into our string, and then space just to put a space there. Then quote plus to get back out of the string, and then back into the where we can concatenate the name. All right, so then we want to type plus quote and then the period. That's going to get us back in our string and then give us our punctuation to end that little quick little sentence, and then type a space, type quote to end your string. You want to concatenate the last message, so you type the plus, then the name of the variable message2, and then we just end the print function with the right parenthesis because we're not continuing. We're not going to be adding anything else. Okay, so
number, print left paren, message1 plus quote quote plus name plus quote dot. Quote plus message2 right paren.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to come over and run this.
Hello there Bob dot. Welcome to Python Bang.
Okay, and you hear hello there Bob, and then period, welcome to Python. So here's another way to do this, and like I said, you have to have 3.6 or higher as far as the version goes of Python. So we're going to comment this print function out.
Use an older method. Number print left paren.
And
number second use a method that
here's our second method.
Number print left.
Now I've got it here already, but what I'm going to do is delete it and
left,
actually type it out with you. So again, we're going to be in our print function. So print
left paren,
left parenthesis, right parenthesis.
Right paren.
Get in between those parentheses. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. So we do use our quotes. So just go ahead and type your quotes. Let's look at our line now.
Blank. Number of print left paren. Quote quote right paren.
So print left parenthesis, quote quote right parenthesis. We want to move to those
line right quote
to in the middle of those quotes. Okay, so this is called string. So here's what we're going to do. You type. It's basically a placeholder for each variable that you want to concatenate into the string, and then at the end of the string you'll let it know which variables you want in order for those placeholders. So for example, we have this message where we want to do message1 name and then message2. So we're in between these quotes here. So if we just type percent s space
s
okay, percent s again, and then period, and then if we press space and then percent s again. Okay, so now we've got print left parenthesis quote %s space %s period space %s. Now what you do is you come to the end of the string, so after the quote, and you type a % again, and you left parenthesis right parenthesis and get in between those parentheses. Now in order from left to right that you've put those placeholders in, that's how you want to type your variable names, but you want to separate them with commas. So for example, we're going to type message1 comma name comma and then message2. Okay, and I'm going to save and let you listen.
%s dot %s quote %left paren message1 comma name comma message2 right paren.
Okay, so you hear that it's much different.
Number print left paren message1 plus quote plus name plus quote plus message2 right paren.
Then this one above. So let's go ahead and run this.
Hello there Bob dot. Welcome to Python bang.
And you hear it's the same exact thing. Hello there Bob. Welcome to Python. Okay, so we're going to move to our next section about strings. So let's comment this out.
Number reference to more. Number second use a method that only three.
So I'm going to
concatenate
these messages.
Message2 equals quote number create message number name equals
name. We're going to comment out message2
number print left paren number reference to more.
All right, so I've also provided a reference for plenty more ways for you to be able to join and combine strings. So
number https://note.nkmk.me/n/python-.
And now that's going to be a different link. So what I'm going to do is put this again in the description, and then you also have it right here in the code. So
number show the len right paren.
Oh yeah, so I wanted to show you the len function, which just gives you the length and characters of the string. You can also use it on list and diction. I'll show you all of that as we get into it. But as far as right here with a string, I'm going to comment this variable out.
Number myVar equals quote fire truck quote.
So you hear myVar, so equals quote fire truck quote. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run
number print left paren len left
a len function, and again I'm going to delete this and type it out with you. So we're going to print left parenthesis right parenthesis. We're going to get in between those parentheses, and you want to type L E as in echo, N as in November, left parenthesis right parenthesis. Get in between those parentheses, and now you just want to type the variable name of the string, the variable that you want the length of. So in our case, it's myVar. Okay, so and what we're going to do is save this, and then we're going to run it. And we're going to review. Let's focus.
120, no intent 10.
And you hear 10. So fire truck, it's FIRE, that's 4, space, that's 5. Truck, TRUCK, 5. Okay, so we've got 10. The next thing that I want to show you, let's comment this out. Okay, I believe this last two things.
Number show two methods of strings and
yes, it is. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is show you two methods. These can be used common, and I'll show you an idea of where you would use them in the real world. So it's upper and lower, and what that's going to do is lower is going to convert a string all to lowercase, and upper is going to do the opposite. It's going to convert it all to uppercase. So normally, like in the what I've used this for on live projects, production projects, is say we pull data from a database. A lot of the times the ID or something is all uppercase. So in order to accurately match that with maybe a user input, we want to convert it to lowercase first and then match it. So in this case, what I've done,
number data val equals quote type.
I'm going to take this
number
and it's commented out. So let's.
Data val equals quote title line ID quote.
All right, so I've got data val, that's a variable, equals, and then quote title underscore ID quote. Now
quote cap T cap I line cap E cap T cap I cap T quote.
So you hear there title underscore ID is all capital. So the first thing we're going to
Number
do
data val to number
is
number
set, we're going to declare a variable, data value.
data val to lower equals data val dot lower left paren.
Okay, so data value to lower equals, and then what you want to do is take the original string data val and you use the period, so dot, so it'd be data val dot, and then
Data val dot a
you'll listen.
L dot L.
So data val dot, and then it's
O W E R.
Lower, and this is a method, so we end that with parentheses. So
Left right paren.
left parenthesis, right parenthesis. Okay, so
Data val.
what this is going to do is take that string, use apply the method to it to make it lowercase, and then it's going to store that string and its lowercase value into this variable. Now on the next line,
Number print left paren. Data val to lower right paren.
we're going to print this. So I'm going to just uncomment this and save.
Dollar title line ID.
And you hear title line ID. I'm a review.
Move to 100. No indent title line ID.
So if I read it character by character,
Blank. Title line ID. I D L E line.
so you don't hear capital, you just hear it pronouncing it, and it's just normal form. So if I go back,
Data val print left paren.
comment this print function,
Number print left paren.
and
Number print left.
the next print function
Number.
is just to simply take the data value to lower, and we run a method on it called upper, and it's basically just converting that lowercase form back to uppercase. So let's read that.
Print left paren. Data val to lower dot upper left paren. Right paren. Right paren.
So you hear that, print left parenthesis data val to lower dot upper,
Start window.
and then
Circle
left
string.
parenthesis, right parenthesis, and then right parenthesis to end the print function.
Number print left paren.
So what we're going to do is save this, and we're going to
60.
run it.
Dollar title line ID.
And you hear title line ID again, but
100. No indent title line ID.
this time
Cap I cap T
you hear
cap I cap T cap L cap E
it's all capital.
line cap I cap T.
Okay, so
Strings.
and what I've also done for you
Number
here
HTTPS call.
is provided a reference, because there's I believe around 45 of methods that you can perform on a string.
Print number HTTPS://
So
www.w3schools.com/
there you go, you heard it there, W3 Schools. Now I'm going to provide this in the description as well as in the code, and then that should give you stuff to practice on, and a file just ready and set up for you to move around and change.
Blank.
So that's going to conclude this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. If you enjoyed and liked what you watched, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please subscribe and click the bell notification icon
Notification
to
Twitter,
apologize about that, to be alerted whenever I come out with new videos like this. And I hope you enjoyed, and thank you very much for watching.
Mingo 60 Python 3 OBS 2 5.